Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'd like to say God bless you guys, and I hope you're all doing well today. Let's go ahead and pick right up where we left off in the last video. Okay, we can turn off this head sketch. I'm going to turn that master back on. But it's this line right here is what we're trying to create for the head veneer. So I'm going to run it straight a little further. So let me hide all this stuff in the back here. I can't see what's going on too well. So let's see. I'm going to put an arbitrary line in from this point right here. And then I'm going to extend the straight line into there and extend it again to there. Actually, I guess I could just offset this. Like that. Snap here. Make it like that. And then what do we need to get rid of? Actually nothing. So it's going to be part of the plate. Good. And we've lost, I'm not fully constrained yet, so let's give this line a dimension, radius dimension, and this line, and that constrained everything. And before we leave, let's click on this line, make a construction line, and finish sketch. Something's not locked in up here. Oh, construction line here is why. That's fine. Good. Now let's create a center sketch. So create plane. Go to the home view here and create it on this center. Leave the value at 0 and hit enter. And this plane we're going to call center. Create a sketch on that. Actually, we're not quite finished with this yet. I see a few things. I forgot to trim this circle, and I also need a center point on this circle. Let's see what else. Center point's in there. That's good. Okay, we'll finish that center sketch and go back and work on the sketch here and use the trim tool and get rid of this. And then create and add a point. And we need to get on the center line and put a point right here and finish that sketch. Okay. We'll call this the center sketch. And let's edit that sketch. And turn it around this other way just because that's the way I like to see it. Okay, hit P and project in your center line. Project in this point right here. Project in this point right here. This point right here. Open up the neck trans and this point here and this point here. And I think that's all the points we need. And you can close all the rest of the sketches. Select OK on that. I'm going to leave this a little bit askew here. I hope it's not too bothersome. I'm going to create some lines here. I'm going to come straight down here. Let me get out of that, go back to the plan here. So if we look at this plan, it's 15 millimeters thick total for his head. So I'm going to draw a line, make sure it's perpendicular here, 15 millimeter. And I'm going to draw another line. So having a hard time doing perpendicular because of, let me escape out of there and go to the front on view. Draw another line. 15 millimeter. Going to make that construction line. Draw another line to connect these two. Draw a line out here, any random value. We'll make that construction line. Draw another line up from here and another line to here. Escape out of that and another line from this. Now this is how far you want your volute to go beneath the body, or beneath the head. There, trying to. And let's see here. I think I'll make mine about 0.9 to start. And make sure it's right angle to this line. Perpendicular to this line. And make that a construction line as well. And now go back to the 3-point arc. From this line to here, make it tangent to the straight line, enter from this line to here, whoops, 3-point arc from this line to this point, make it tangent to the straight line, and that does it. We're completely constrained here. Finish that. Whoops, made a mistake here. Just delete that line, and delete this line, delete this line. I anchored it to the wrong point, and that line should be to this point. So create a line from this point. And I'm going to make mine 0.9. Enter, make that construction line. And now go back in and add the 3-point arcs. And it doesn't want to click tangent, so enter that and click that and make it tangent to this line. And that's good. It's fully constrained. We'll finish that. So using that sketch, I'm going to roll it upside down here. I'm going to go into the surface tools up here and extrude. I'm going to turn off the chaining. I'm going to extrude this, and instead of one-sided, I'm going to make it symmetric. I'm going to go to a top-down view, turn back on my head, and make sure that the extrusions go past all the corners. Make sure all 3 points are covered, and click OK. Then I'm going to go to Modify, Split Face, and for the select face split, and then for faces to split, I'm going to choose this face and this face, and then select the splitting tool. I'm going to select these faces, and these faces. Make sure Extend is checked. Hit OK. Turn these off, and I'm going to click on here and delete. Click on here, delete, here and delete. And hide that. Turn my head back on. Extrude. Turn off chaining. This one, and this one. Turn back on my center. Instead of distance, we're going to go to Object, to this point right here. Click OK. Turn these off. Turn this back on. This is gold. That means it's inside out. Click on that. Modify. Reverse normal. OK. I'm going to bring my neck back on. And I need to split this neck. So I'll go back to my solid tools, split body, pick the neck, select the splitting tool, and the center, click OK. Back to the surface tools, and do a loft. From here to here, and one is a curvature, and if it freaks out like that, go over here and align to edge. Now add a rail from the center sketch. We want to pick this blue line right here from the center sketch. Click OK for that. I'll scroll or roll back around on this side. Turn on this lower rail lower here for a guide. So now I want to create a patch. No groups, no chaining. Going to select this one and make it a curvature. Select this one, make it a curvature. Select here, here, here. Turn back on the head sketch. Here, here. Uh-oh. That's not going to work. We need to split this line. Cancel that. Edit the head sketch. And modify and break. Break this line right here. And break this line right here. Finish sketch, and everything is still good. We didn't break the model. Although this let's go ahead and clean this up before we proceed. Because we broke that, it freed some stuff up here. Dimension this arc. Nope, that's not what we need to do. Dimension this line. And dimension this line. And that's all we need to do. Finish that. Okay, back at it here. Now we'll try to patch. No group, no chaining from here, and this is curved. And here, this is curved. And then here, here, here. Turn the head back on. Here, here. Should be a little piece in here that we just cut. And here. And click OK. And then we can turn off this. And we could turn off this. Hide this for the moment. Get this back around here. Turn on the upper, the rail upper, and do the same thing. This one is curvature. This one is curvature. And sometimes if you're having trouble connecting, try it from the other direction. Start your connections and go the other way. Sometimes it helps. And then this one, careful, see that's going that's between two right here. This one, and our helper here, our rail here. Okay, turn that off. This is inside out. Get rid of all these lines. Click on this, modify, reverse. Okay, the reverse. Flip this guy over. Now we need to patch this side. Let's see, we need this head transition. Turn on this head transition sketch and then patch. We'll just start this side and work around this line, this line. Okay, that. Now we can turn off this. Let's go ahead and join the neck back together. Go back to your solids and combine this and this. Make sure it's in a join. And now go back to the surface and patch this, this, and this. Okay. Now turn off this neck right here. And go to this side and do one more patch here. Whoops, I am sticking on something. What do I have here? Nothing. Do one more patch, maybe start on this end. There we go. And click OK. And I don't think that is inside out. I don't really guess it matters. I'm going to leave that gold. And now we want to drag select everything and go to stitch. Make sure this value is the same. There are 52 free edges and it's going to stitch 52 edges. It's all green and click OK. Now all that turned into a body. Now what I would like to do is combine those two bodies together. So if we go back to the solids and we combine this with this, it disappears and it gives you some kind of weird warning that we just can't do that. And it happens every time and I'm not sure how to fix that. So I'm going to cancel that. I'm going to turn off this head I'm going to go back up here to my offset face, and I'm going to push this back a little bit. Click OK on that. I'm going to turn my head body back on again, scroll in here a little bit, and I am going to do a loft from this face to this face and join them. And that fixed it. Not sure why. Turn my fretboard back on. Come down here and change this display mode into visual style of shaded. Right click, appearance. And then I'm in the wood unfinished walnut onto this face. Okay, we can't put it on a face. Wood under this body. And then I'm going to go back up here to finished maple. Make sure you've downloaded. If this arrow is still available, then it hasn't been downloaded. If so, just click on the arrow and it'll download. Maple glossy. Drop it on here. Close this, and there we have